Hello, Taurus, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're having a great day. This will be your weekly reading for the week of November 23rd through the 29th. And during that time, we'll have a waxing crescent moon, which is a really good time of heightened senses, good time to buckle down and get to work on things that we've just started during the new moon. The first quarter moon comes in on the 28th, which can be, that's kind of a little interrupter there. It's, you can kind of feel a little impulsive and impatient during first quarter. Maybe your mind's a little active. It's hard to settle down and work. For many of you, you might be off because that is the day after Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. But if you do have to work that day or have to get some things accomplished, you should be kind of high energy and ready to go. So keep that in mind as we move through the week. This will be an intuitive general reading for energies that you may or may not encounter, Taurus. So as always, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else. And your overall message from the Moonology deck for this reading is confidence is your key to success. All right, Taurus, so we're going to have to pull out that confidence card for you this week, which, the Taurians that I know are pretty confident, so I don't see that as being a problem. Confident in what they do. All right, as I'm shuffling the tarot, I would like to say that my fun weekly reminder for you is that you get out in nature a little bit this week. So find a beautiful spot with a view, or find a great place to take a hike. Maybe discover a new place that you've never hiked before. Go give that a try. Maybe get near some water. If you're near the ocean, we're all jealous of you, but get out there and listen to those waves for the rest of us. If you're near a lake or a stream, just anywhere where there's water running, sometimes that can be quite relaxing. So, but that's my fun weekly reminders. Just try to get out and connect with the miracle of nature this week. Just close your eyes and really make that connection. Speaking of the miracle of nature, I hear my cat looking for me. Kitty, I'm in here. Sometimes when I'm reading cards, he's looking around for me in the house. Like, where did she go? I'm right here. All right, let's get into this reading. Taurus, November 23rd through the 29th. We've got cards flying out already. Your overall present energy is kind of looking back at the past, maybe looking back at things that you've just gone through, and kind of doing an assessment there. You might be involved in something that's making you, kind of assess something in your past that is about to affect you or affecting you right now. So, we call this our wounded warrior, kind of looking back on the things that we've done in the past that maybe, well, I don't want to go down that route again, or that thing worked and this thing didn't, kind of that evaluation mode. Your current situation is the Ace of Pentacles. So this might be some new opportunity in the material world. This could be, some new work opportunity, financial opportunity, something coming in that definitely involves, material world and doing things. And, it could be something with your home, or like I said, your home or your job, just something material and tangible. But, the Ace of Pentacles is usually about a new financial opportunity. So it could be something with your job, maybe a promotion, a raise, that sort of thing. So that's coming in for you as well. At the root of your situation is the Tower card. So it looks like you have some sort of disruption this week. It could just be a change in your schedule. It could be some sort of flight delays if you're traveling. It could be something. Hi, Kitty. I see you. Here, Kitty. Your disruption may be a cat that comes in and just needs some love. But yeah, some sort of disruption coming, something unexpected just coming up for you. And that could be causing you to kind of look back, like, feeling like, did I cause this? Was there anything in my past that I could have done to prevent this? But it looks like, yeah, there is some sort of disruption for you. Of course, these disruptions are normal. They happen to us every day. You're just being tested. This is a way to, for the universe to put things in front of you so that you learn how to manage that challenge, so keep that in mind as you're moving through your week. What is just behind you is the 10 of Wands. So it looks like you're pushing through some sort of ending and ending up with this new beginning. Again, that's a lot of wands on the table with the 9 and the 10. You're looking back, but you're also coming out of an ending. So that might be why you're evaluating something there. Something's changing for you. Again, I'm going to go back to your overall message card. Confidence is your key to success through all of this. So, whatever disruption you have, be confident through it and know that you can manage it. The same thing this with looking back, just know that you can manage anything. On your mind this week is the 8 of cups. So moving forward with definitely some support at your back. This is moving forward with the support of your friends and family and just kind of saying, I'm going to venture out and see what's out there in life. Maybe you've got something kind of squared away. And so you're venturing out in a different area. And that's always nice. What is just ahead of you this week is the Hierophant. So you may seek out some guidance this week from someone who knows a little bit more than you. Someone who, a lot of times this can be in the spiritual realm, but sometimes it's just knowledge, just guidance from someone who's a little bit more mature than you, who maybe does things in a more traditional way, but it's someone who's very knowledgeable, who can lead a lot of people. So this could be a boss or a mentor or somebody that you talk to get some sort of guidance about whatever this situation is, even maybe about this tower, this disruption. This could be that you have this disruption and you seek the counsel of that person. So, but it also could be something more in the spiritual realm that you're seeking some sort of spiritual guidance as well. So keep that in mind. In your advice position is the Page of Pentacles. So the pages are about a new path. So goes hand in hand with this Ace of Pentacles. And I feel like you're going to accept this new path and be like, okay, I can do this. Be confident. I think you can do it as well. So, it's just a new path in, again, the material realm, something with, money, your job, your home, that sort of thing. What is beyond your control this week is the World card. Perfect balance. The world is your oyster. This is harmony and unity. This is, your dreams coming true. This is definitely, success and acceptance, that sort of thing. So I love that. If I feel like you are conquering whatever this disruption and this tower, because it's beyond your control to feel like you're just on top of the world. So I love that for you. What is your secret desire, or what you're trying to avoid is the High Priestess. So is it your secret desire to really understand the world on an intuitive level, and really pay attention to those signs and symbols and dreams and those things that come to you, so that you kind of have a knowing beyond what you feel like you should know, if that makes sense. Kind of a wisdom, and you're like, wow, where did that come from? So is that a secret desire of yours, or are you trying to avoid that? Is that something that does happen to you and it kind of overpowers your logic a little bit and you're maybe fighting that? So keep that in mind. That'll be your big question. Is it your secret desire to accept, things that are intuitive and things that happen, that maybe synchronistic things that you're like, well, that was that, what are the chances of that? Well, sometimes that's just the universe. And is that, being pointed out to you right now for some reason? That'll be a big question for you this week. In your outcome position, King of Swords. Speaking of logic, here's our King of Logic. Your outcome is that you're very knowledgeable in, you know, just intellect, the way your mind works. You're very logical in how you put things together and how you manage things. So, these two can sometimes be very much at opposition. You might have an intuition, but your logic is telling you something different, and that's kind of a hard battle for some. So that's might be a battle that you're starting to engage with and work with a little bit more. Sometimes maybe let the intuition win, sometimes let the logic win. That'll be up to you. And if that's a battle that you have going on, that's very interesting, and I'm not shocked. I feel like we all kind of do that to a degree, where we kind of feel something, but our brain is saying no, 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 no. So, that is a normal human fight. So what is hidden from you this week, Taurus, is the Ace of Swords. So this would be new paths in the way of like a mental breakthrough. So I feel like you do kind of trudge along. There's no big, huge breakthrough. You are using your logic. You are kind of, that intuition is there for you. Will you use it or not? That'll be a big question. But, this is kind of an aha moment, and it's kind of hidden from you this week. So whatever you're looking at or dealing with, it may not even occur to you until next week, that, when that aha moment comes through, and it's kind of a breakthrough for you. All right, let's get a final message here from the Soul Oracle deck. Final message for Taurus, November 23rd through the 29th. And your final message is make necessary sacrifices. All right, give you very good advice. I'm coming to you, kitty. I swear, in just a moment. I feel like maybe the door where his food is closed, and he's not very happy with me right now. All right, let's get a final word here for Taurus and the way of self-care. What does Taurus need to do in the way of self-care for this week? And your card is self-worth. Why settle for crumbs when you deserve a whole meal? All right, I like that too. And that is about being confident, and that goes right hand in hand with your overall message. So be confident this week, Taurus. Get through this tower, this thing that comes up for you that you have to manage. You might again be deciding between intuition or logic. You may use a little bit of both to get through it. So Taurus, thank you so much for being here with me. I do hope there's something in this reading that you can take away and use in your life this week. If you're comfortable sharing, of course, drop me a comment down below. Let me know, did you have some sort of challenge that came up for you, some sort of disruption with this tower where you were battling your logic and your intuition? I'd be very curious to know about that. Also, if you like my reading style, of course, please hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps my channel. And most importantly, it'll help you find me next week, where you can come back and we can see if this energy changes or if there's something completely new here for you. So I'm going to leave it to you now and go take care of this kitty. So thanks so much, Taurus. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.